A bad accident on the M5 which held up players and supporters meant the game kicked off half an hour late, but an early escape for Swansea when this effort was disallowed thanks to a vigilant linesman. Relief for Brian Flynn as he crossed swords with Bobby Gould, the man who pipped him for the Welsh manager's job back in 1995 and then sacked Flynn from his post in charge of the under-21 side soon afterwards. Flynn denied any claims that this could be any sort of grudge match, and in any case he soon had more current concerns to consider. Bertrand Krosic opening the scoring on 17 minutes. Brian Murphy doing well to save from Kaede Odejahi. Krosic even better to steer his finish into the far corner. 12 minutes later, the Swans found themselves 2 down. Grant McCann allowed to make space for a shot that left Murphy stranded. Full marks to Lee Trundle for not reacting to some silliness that followed Cheltenham's celebrations. Not quite such a complimentary verdict on Swansea's defence. McCann very dangerous with that left foot, especially when gifted that much room. Swansea needed some inspiration to drag themselves back into contention, and Leon Britton provided it. A neat 1-2 with Trundle, followed by a superb first-time pass to free James Thomas. 36 minutes on the watch, exactly what the Swans needed as the match threatened to drift beyond their grasp. Britton showing exactly why he's attracting so much attention from higher divisions. Thomas making light of an angle that wasn't at all easy. Keeper Steve Book beaten there, but he did cope with a Roberto Martinez free kick just before the interval, and 15 minutes into the second half, Swansea fell further behind. Christian O'Leary getting everything wrong as he challenged for the high ball. Penalty given, no complaints from the centre half. Even Joe Jordan might have owned up to that one. It meant Grant McCann could slam the spot kick past Brian Murphy, and at this stage Swansea, who'd let in 4 at Bristol City in the Carling Cup in midweek, looked to be heading for another hammering. Their supporters only too aware though that they'd scored 4 in beating Bury last Saturday, and just 4 minutes later Lee Trundle demonstrated that this match was by no means over. Kevin Nugent off the bench by now in place of Thomas, playing his part in the build-up along with Jonathan Coates, allowing Trundle to whip his shot across Book and into the corner. The comeback was almost derailed a couple of times, Odejahi denied by Brian Murphy after a clear run into the area. And then Murphy trying to use his head to get out of trouble, only to watch Damien Spencer lift the ball inches wide of an empty net. Still, the Swans weren't to be denied. Britton and Martinez, such gifted talents at this level, instigated the move that ended with Kevin Nugent's shot parried by Steve Book. Lee Trundle there to take advantage. Swansea back on level terms with 10 minutes left, their fans delighted. A rare tap-in from a striker who usually specialises in the spectacular, but nonetheless vital for that. And of course, there was more to come. The force very much with the Swans by now, into injury time when Kevin Nugent's header fell for Trundle inside the 6-yard box, and that was that. A remarkable revival by a team you sense will score an awful lot of goals this season, even if they might let in a few as well. Trundle's turn to be the hat-trick hero this week, after Brad Maylett's achievement 7 days before. 2 league games, 2 league wins, their manager overjoyed.
Yeah, tremendous, absolutely fantastic recovery, you know, to be 2-0 down, 3-1 down away from home, to a side that was causing you problems all over the pitch. It was a very, very good win for us. Well, we've had 2 hat-tricks in 2 games now, haven't we? Which is pleasing. We said before the start of the season and after last season that what we must do is score more goals. And we have got players who are now a threat, you know. We've got Brad Maylett with his pace, James Thomas is always a threat. Lee Trundle showed today he'll always get goals out of nothing. Leon Britton's is a handful going forward, same as Jonathan Coates and Carl Connolly and Roberto. So we've got players who like to go forward and like to, you know, score goals and make chances.
So the heroics continue, and they're certainly keeping us entertained at the moment, Swansea City, and they 8 goals now in 2 league matches. Lee Trundle obviously settling in at his new club, and well, they're sitting pretty so far.